Hi there, and welcome to Unit 19. Well, get your PDF and open your PDF to page 2. We're going to start with our vocabulary. Let's go. Let's do this. Repeat the words, please. Chemistry, biology, art, math, music, speech, physics, geography, history, photography, physical education, science, auditorium, cafeteria, classroom, computer lab, library, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, graduate school, actress, comedian, engineer, game designer, hairstylist, musician, photographer, singer, charity, culture, race, major, way of life, angry, bilingual, on time, in time, sunny, young, to be born, to begin, to believe, to graduate, to grow up, to spend time, to start school, to turn, 4 years. Okay, so this is our vocabulary. Now, let's see if we have something special here. Okay. Okay, here we have the schools, right? Elementary school, middle school, high school, and college. You see, college sounds like colégio in Portuguese, but it's not, right? College is faculdade, really. And graduate school is what comes after college, okay? Graduate school. All right, now, okay, here we have some major, okay? Like curso de faculdade. What's your major? My major is education. My major is engineering. My major is, I don't know, business, okay? So what's your major? It's interesting because to major is a verb too, okay? So I majored in education. It's a regular verb. I majored in education. So you could ask, for example, what did you major in? No que você se formou? Oh, I majored in economics, for example, okay? All right, here, on time and in time. Okay, so let me give you let me open my whiteboard to show you something. Okay, I'm gonna make it full, okay, full size here. All right, for example, when you have, she was on time. No, this is not, I don't want to use verb to be because verb to be is in the next unit, unit 20. She got to the airport on time. Okay, she got to the airport on time. Ela chegou ao aeroporto no horário marcado, okay? Now, let's suppose she was a little late. So you could say, she got to the airport just in time to take her flight. So, ela chegou ao aeroporto, mas assim, em cima do laço, a tempo de pegar o voo dela. Okay, she got to the airport just in time to take her flight. All right. Okay. Now, let's see if there is something else that I would like to share with you. Okay. On time, then in time, sunny, to be born. This is a very important verb, okay? But we're going to talk about to be born in unit 20, okay? Because we're going to use the past of verb to be. All right, so, and we are not learning that right now, just in the next unit. To grow up, to spend, okay, fine. And here, this is interesting too, to turn. You know that to turn is virar, right? Like turn left, vira esquerda, esquerda here. Turn right, vira direita, right? But to turn could be used for age as well. So let me share with you here. For example, when you say, I turned 45 last month, for example. Eu fiz 45 anos no mês passado, okay? Or she, oops, I have to change the language here, it's Portuguese, okay. Here we go. She's going to turn, oops, to turn 24 next year. Ela vai fazer 24 anos no ano que vem. She's going to turn 24 next year. Okay, right. So let's go back to the PDF. Now let's take a look at our grammar point today. Our grammar is simple past, okay? Simple past. So for questions. So we studied the affirmative sentences, right? Using simple past. We studied negative sentences using simple past. And now we're going to learn how to ask questions using simple past. All right, so the auxiliary verb for the question in the past is did, okay, did. So look at the examples that we have here. Did she work? Repeat, did she work? Ela trabalhou? Yes, she did. Sim, ela trabalhou. Remember that the auxiliary verb that you use in the question is the auxiliary verb that you're going to use in the short answer. Yes, she did. Sim, ela trabalhou in this case, right? Or, no, she didn't. Repeat, didn't. Didn't. Yes, she did. No, she didn't, right? Okay, now, another example. Repeat, did you study? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Another example. Did she move last year? Yes, she moved to Los Angeles. Now you see here we have the question, did she move? Look, I'm using did, so the verb is going to be in the base form, no ed, all right? Did she move last year? But then we have the affirmative answer. Look, yes, she moved to Los Angeles. So here we're going to use the verb in the past. She moved to Los Angeles. All right. Now let's take a look at another example here. Did they like the movie? Repeat, did they like the movie? No, they hated the movie. So you see, did they like, not liked. Like, what did you do last weekend? Right? O que você fez no último final de semana? What did you do last weekend? Where did they go? Where did they go? When did you travel to the US? Who did he play the guitar with? What time did Mary get there? Okay, so let me open my whiteboard to give you some more examples. Okay, so let's review a few things here. So let's see. Ela trabalhou ontem, for example, right? Ela trabalhou ontem. She worked yesterday. This is the affirmative, so we use the verb in the past, right? In this case, work is a regular verb, so worked. So she worked yesterday. All right, now let's make it negative. You know that we use didn't to make it negative, right? So she didn't work, not worked, work yesterday. Okay, so she didn't work yesterday. Now for the question, did she work yesterday? Did she work yesterday? Oops. It's not going here. Did she work yesterday? So this is the question, right? And the short answers. Yes, she did. Or no, she didn't. All right. But Evandro, if I want to use the complete sentence, a complete answer, can I do it? Yes, you can. For example, yes, she worked yesterday. Okay. Or yes, she worked hard. She worked hard yesterday. Ela trabalhou bastante ontem. She worked hard yesterday. Okay. Now, let's check maybe another verb, like an irregular verb, you know, for example. Okay, let's use the verb to become. The verb to become is tornar-se, right? So, she became a famous hairstylist. Okay, she became a famous hairstylist. Ela se tornou uma cabeleireira famosa, right? She became a famous hairstylist. Now, let's make it negative. She didn't become, because you're going to use the base form, because you're using did here, right? Look, she didn't become a famous hairstylist. Now, and if we have the question, ela se tornou uma cabeleireira famosa? Did she become a famous hairstylist? Short answers. Yes, she did. Or no, she didn't. Okay, fine. Now, let's suppose, I wonder, can I use WH words? Of course, right? So, for example, I'm going to erase my board now, because then I can start again here. For example, if I say, elas foram ao cinema, let's suppose, okay? So I say, they went to the movies, right? Affirmative, then I'm going to use the simple past form of the verb. They went to the movies. Now let's make it negative. They didn't go to the movies. All right. Didn't go, not didn't went, didn't go. And now the question, did they go to the movies? short answers. Yes, they did. Or no, they didn't. Okay, now let's use some WH words. For example, quando eles foram ao cinema? So you use the WH word at the very beginning, right? So when did they go to the movies? When did they go to the movies? Right? When did they go to the movies? Let me adjust the light here. Okay. So a little brighter, right? It was dark. When did they go to the movies? Or why did they go to the movies? Or what time did they go to the movies, right? Or who did they go to the movies with? Com quem eles foram ao cinema, right? So then you can have different WH words used there, depending on the context, depending on what you want to say. Okay, so basically this is simple past. So we have seen the affirmative in the past, the negative sentences, and now the questions. All right, let me know if you have any questions about it. Don't forget to follow us on our social media and study a little bit every day. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you next class.